Hello guys, welcome back in today's crypto technical analysis. Today we were going to look BNB, Sushi, and we'll do a multiple time frame analysis for BTC. However, before we start, I've got a small request as usual. If you guys are learning and enjoying from the contents, do not forget to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market updates. Based on a weekly time frame, the levels are exactly the same. However, as I promised, that you have to keep an eye on to this pitchfork, which may be helpful for you. That's going to be your first point, second point, and as well as the third point. And as you can see, since as I said, mid of August, we keep trying 0.618, and each and every single time rejected right from 0.618. At the same time, once we came to $17,500, I provided exact $25,000, which was this resistance, all the way up to the above resistance levels. However, as I mentioned, this is going to be your main resistance based on a daily time frame that looks very heavy, and it's very unlikely that we're going to break it, and we're going to go all the way in the first place $28,000 and followed by all the way up to $30,000 and $33,000. As you can see, why the market expected to go all the way up to $30,000 and $33,000. That's another confluence with the first line of this pitchfork. These are the levels that I use: 382, 618, and then number one, as well as this is a median line. I don't use much often 0.75 or 0.5 the levels. So you better keep an eye on to this level, as well as I shared recently the trend line based on a log scale and linear scale. I will post that in the coming days, that you see the difference between the trend line and the pitchfork on the log and linear scale. As I said, the weekly levels are exactly the same, and we're going to move on to daily time frame. As soon as we got rejection right from $25,000, that was the first exit zone. $23,500 was the second exit, and we made all the target level, number 1, 2, as well as the daily time frame with the point of control levels. And we saw a massive dump in the market. As soon as we approached to the nearly $23,000, which was another daily important level, we saw another decent dump in the market. In the first place, as I kept mentioning in the few weeks, 20,500 is going to be extremely important. The next level is going to be 21,700, 22,000 is going to be extremely important. Without claiming this level, it's going to be early for us to talk about that the daily time frame will get back into the consolidation. So you need to keep an eye on to these levels. For those who managed to exit right from 60,000, 59,500, the next level based on a higher time frame was $52,000, and the last exit level was $48,000. 52 and 48,000 was a heavy single resistance level. We retested perfectly, and then we had an exit setup. First target, a bit of consolidation. That was a second dump, a bit of consolidation again, and we had the last dump at the moment. And since then, overall, we saw massive dump, which is a 70% dump in the market, with the current price action over 65% dump. This is another scenario that you have to keep an eye on. It depends where you're going to get this time scale from nearly 15 bars all the way up to 132 bars. If you're going to take it from this high, which is at 31st of May, we're inside this descending triangle, and usually we will dump actually towards the south. However, in the coming days, you have to be careful because the market is expecting some fundamental news on the 12th and 13th of October, the Fed meetings and CPI reports. So at the moment, as I said, 20,500 is going to be extremely important all the way up to $21,600, $22,000. We might have a fake out if that's going to be a fake out, and we will see a dump in the market in the first place, as I'm keep mentioning, 17,500 all the way up to $17,200 are going to be extremely important, and we will print an SFP. If we're going to lose this level, then I will update the next level support levels below us. Moving on to Sushi. Yesterday I made an update that Sushi was at around 140 zone. This resistance at the same time, heavy resistance, and we're testing based on mid-high time frame the second time. If we're going to claim this level as a support, then highly likely I'm expecting the target number 1 is going to be 150 area all the way up to 155 zone. However, at the same time, I mentioned that at this stage, without claiming this resistance as a support, I will be on the downside, and as you can see perfectly, we're getting rejection each and every single time in the nearly last 24 hours below the resistance line. We saw a minor dump, and we tried to test again this resistance, and we've got 3 target levels below us. Keep following those levels. In average, you can expect 10 to 11% upside and 10 to 11% downside. Moving on to BNB price action. As soon as we approach to the median line, as you can see, that's a higher time frame, the range on a daily time frame, That's your lowest level at around, if you want to study, 260 all the way up to 298 and $300. So as you can see, as soon as we approach to the median line, and as I expected on the lower time frame, you can see clear picture. As I updated on a Twitter, that we're going to come, and highly likely in the first place, this 382 Fibonacci levels are extremely important. 285 and 290 level I provided via Twitter. As soon as we pumped to this level, then the next level was towards the down. You can see how it's following the red line. Again, clear rejection to the dollar from 382, the Fibonacci level. The next leg down was to this, the red line, if you're following it. And then we pumped all the way up to this level. And then we had the last leg down and we reached to our target level. I showed a similar example. You have to keep an eye onto the chart and trade the chart, ignore the fundamental analysis. I showed the same example with OmniSago as well as the XRP when there was a case going on, and many times with the BTC and Ethereum price actions. So this time where we had a hacking news, as you see, and at the same time this was heavy resistance on the daily time frame. Once we approached to the 618, I said highly likely we're going to go all the way up to this level, 382, the Fibonacci level. From Fibonacci level, as I said, lower time frames are heavily under the base control, and I'm expecting to come all the way to this, the support level. And we saw massive 5.5% dump in the market. Before we move on to further BTT analysis, if you want to learn all this technical analysis, what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate8. A 101 intense masterclass is available, where I'm going to teach you how to become a profitable and professional trader in the market, and it only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master this all. During the course, you will learn day trading, scalping, swing, as well as the long-term as an investor trading systems. These support and resistance based on a 4-hour time frame as well as the higher time frame we're following since the mid of September. In the last few videos, I was keep mentioning about this resistance, how it's going to be heavy for the price action. However, at the same time, I updated, we've got confluence. If we're going to break this level, highly likely we're going to get a rejection at around 21,000 all the way up to 21,500. And that was a failure. And we saw a decent dump in the market. At the moment, we're testing this low, which is a must hold for the local price action. Even if we're going to hold this level, it's going to be a problem because lower time frames already started fainting, and without claiming this resistance based on a 4-hour time frame, it's going to be early for us to talk about the bullish scenario. In the previous videos, I said that this resistance is going to give us a 4-hour bullish scenario. However, as I said, you have to keep an eye onto it without claiming the upper level. This level, the 4-hour time frame, will remain under the consolidation. And I also mentioned that we're having a weak bullish signal based on a 4-hour time frame, which is not enough. So the resistance that you have to keep an eye on to this is going to be this resistance. We might get it highly likely if we're going to come to this level. We might get a fake out, or we can go all the way up to this level, and then we might see a heavy dump in the market. So at the same time, I'm keep mentioning that this local support is going to be extremely important. Once we're going to lose this level, highly likely in the first place, we're going to come to 17,500 all the way up to $17,200. 2-hour time frame. As soon as we lost $19,500, as you can see, we lost it, perfectly retested it, and then we moved towards the local support and resistance, which is acting at the moment as a support this level. So at the moment, 2-hour time frame heavily under the bear's control. This level is going to be applicable for the 4-hour as well as the 2-hour time frame. However, at the moment, it seems very strong, this resistance level. Without claiming this resistance, it is going to be early for us to talk about the 2-hour as well as the 4-hour time frame. We'll get back into the bull's control. But we have to keep an eye on this level. Highly likely we might get a rejection unless we're going to claim and stay above this level. If we're going to see a rejection, then this time, as I said, this level may not hold, as well as the local support. Once we're going to lose the local support, the first level I'm keep mentioning 19,500 followed by $19,200. However, if we're going to lose this level straight away without testing $20,000 and $20,500, highly likely the target levels are going to be exactly the same, 19,500 all the way up to $19,200. The levels are clear, play level to level, and we came to an end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.